Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some absolute weirdo behavior here, man. I don't even really know how to preface this. We haven't really ever covered something quite like this here on the channel, but man, I saw this video over on Twitter and I knew immediately, bro, like, I was making a video about this because there's a lot of different things about it that just really confuses me, you know? Number one, how do people even have the gumption, the gall, the audacity to think that this is like an appropriate thing to do? B, what kind of example are we setting for people and children in modern society by like uploading this to TikTok like it's normal and like something you just do? And C, why are we treating YouTubers and content creators like they're like Michael Jackson? You know what I mean? Like, I upload YouTube videos, I have over 1 million subscribers here on the channel and everything, right? But you know, I like my privacy, you know, I like to just be myself when I'm not on the internet. I like to just be able to go and do whatever without, you know, people coming up to me, asking for pictures, asking for whatever, right? Like, don't get me wrong, that would be cool, you know what I mean? It'd be awesome to like meet fans and take pictures with them and stuff, but like, you know, you see videos like this, and it for me at least, it makes me realize like, hey, this is exactly why I don't even go through the effort of doing all that other stuff, you know what I mean? Because like, people just have no respect, they have no boundaries, they have no dignity, you know what I mean? So today, we're gonna be taking a look at a TikTok that got uploaded by presumably a mother in this situation who took her kids to a YouTuber's house, unannounced, uninvited, just like, I guess, found dude's address or whatever, this YouTuber, and just like showed up at his house just expecting for him to take, you know, the time out of his day to put his life on pause so he can take pictures with her kids, right? So you might be sitting there like, oh, but Optimus, but bro, right? How is this a bad thing? You know, YouTubers should be indebted to their fans. You know, as a YouTuber, you should want to take those pictures with your fans and whatnot, man. And that right there is the exact type of mentality that causes things like this to happen. That entitled behavior where essentially content creators are being treated like some sort of circus animal, some sort of zoo animal that's, you know, just there for your entertainment. They're not a real person. So I can show up at their house whenever I want and beg for photos on their front porch because, you know, it's just a YouTuber at the end of the day, right? What else could he be doing that's important? Maybe he's trying to take care of his family, or he's trying to, you know, get in shape and work out, or he's trying to cook himself a nice dinner and live a normal life. But you know what? Let's treat him like a circus animal and just show up on his property uninvited, unannounced and whatnot, and harass him until he takes pictures with us. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this video here real quick and start breaking it down. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into this video.
The dog. We see the dog. I know. Up top. See it? Oh, the sound. Oh, it's stopping right now.
Alright, we are 8 seconds in, and there's 3 separate things I already want to point out about this entire thing. Alright, first and foremost, the caption. I took my kids to their favorite YouTuber's house unannounced, blinded peeking emoji, laughing out loud emoji, right? So this person thinks that this is like funny or cool, right? You know, like, oh, look at me, I took my kids to their favorite YouTuber's house unannounced, right? Like that's something to be proud of. This is not funny. There's nothing funny about this entire situation. You showed up at somebody's private residence, you know, their home, without permission, just showed up at their front porch. Like, imagine how creepy that would be for you, right? Imagine you were relevant enough or deemed fucking, I guess, important enough for people to show up at your crib, right? Just show up at the front door. And at all hours of the day, doesn't matter what time it is, you had people just showing up to your house, right? Knocking on your door, ringing the doorbell, peeking through the windows of your doors so they could see your animals in your house. Most people, if something like that was happening to them, they would call the police. You know, they'd be like, 911 dispatcher, there's some random psychopath looking through my windows on my front porch, trying to look into my house and see where I'm at. But of course, because it's a YouTuber, you know, he's got to be nice. He can't do that, right? You can't call the cops on some fans for showing up at your house, because then you're unappreciative. Then you're, you know, an asshole. You're a bad YouTuber, man. Because you already know that's exactly how this would have got spun. Let's be honest, right? Like, for me personally, like, if dude called the cops on him, I wouldn't have been mad about it, you know, like, I wouldn't have really thought anything else of it or whatnot, but you already know that the weirdos out there who, for some reason, like I said, think that, like, YouTubers are some sort of circus animal, you know, you throw them a peanut, they catch it in their mouth, you already know that they would be on some weird shit about this whole thing, right? But quickly, want to point out the other few things. Like I said, looking through his windows. Oh, there's the dog up there. There's his pet in his private home. That is just, it's weird, man. Like, it's actually weird. You're looking through someone's home and like looking for their pet. That's so weird. Then number 3, right? Like, he's coming to the door or whatever, right? And, you know, they all exclaim, oh, there he is. He's coming. He's on the way. That type of response validates everything I'm saying because, you know, instead of treating him like a normal person who they're uninvitedly showing up to the house of, right, to harass him, they get like star and awestruck at the idea that he's walking towards the door of his own home that they showed up to uninvited to. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue the video here.
Hey guys,
I'm sorry.
I'm assuming you guys watch videos.
Yeah, we're just big fans. We just wanted to say hi. That's all.
Yeah. I'm just filming a video right now. What? Like, I'd be more than down to take pictures like right after this.
Seriously?
Yeah, literally.
How
I'm
long?
just like.
All right, so before he even says how long it's going to be, I want to throw this in here, right? So he did not have to be this nice. By the way, from what I understand, Keemstar is the one who tweeted this out. This YouTuber is going by the name Stromedy. I don't know if you guys watch him. I'm going to be honest. I don't watch the guy. I don't really know too much about him. But, you know, apparently he's pretty big online because, you know, he's got people showing up to his house. So he was very nice in this situation because I'm going to be 1,000,000,000% honest with you, man. If some people showed up to my house unannounced, right, talking about some, oh, we wanted to come and say hi and take pictures, you know, honestly, I would probably freak the fuck out on them. I'm not even gonna lie because, like, I don't even know how much I gotta say this, but, like, dude, you can't just be showing up at people's houses like that. Like, it's just, it's not acceptable. That's not normal. That is weird as hell, man. There's like zero excuse for doing something like that. You know, it's just creepy. Now, he was very nice about it, which I give him a lot of credit for. Like, he had a lot of restraint. You know what I mean? Now, notice how he says, oh, I'm in here making videos, right? At that point in time, for anyone who wanted to like salvage any normality, I guess, in this situation, right? That should have been the end of it because, you know, this dude is inside working. It's not like he's just chilling out at home, kicking his feet up, watching some fucking, I don't know, Monday Night Football or something, right? Bro is actually working. He's doing his job, you know? And I know a lot of people, they don't view this whole YouTube thing as a job and whatnot. Mostly people who are jealous that they're working at Subway and this guy's making $3 million a year making YouTube videos, but I digress. But that should have been the end of the conversation. Like, he clearly pointed out, like, hey, I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in here just chilling out. I'm actually trying to do something. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to further my career. And instead of letting the man work in peace and instead of letting him get back to content creation, which, by the way, is the only reason that they even know this guy in the first place. So you would think they'd want to let him get back to making his videos and whatnot for his fans, but they continue to like pester him until he gives in. You know what I mean? They continue to push him about the picture kind of thing. And it's just, it's so cringe. Go ahead and take a look.
Like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see lights.
Okay.
Can we just take one picture right now?
Sure.
And then we're done?
All right, so this is what I really kind of have a problem with here too. He made it pretty clear he wasn't trying to take a picture right now, right? Like I said, he was trying to get back inside and get back into working, you know, given a little bit more time to make his video, right? 45 minutes, that's what he said. You know, well, let's be real, 45 minutes, if you're really that dedicated, right? To go out of your way to find out where dude lives, go to his house with you and your children, film him like a spectacle for TikTok, like he's just, you know, some prop in the bigger game of life that you have through TikTok or whatever, right? The least you could have done was respect his wishes and waited that 45 minutes. Like, you didn't respect his privacy, you didn't respect, you know, his time and the effort that he's putting into his craft already. The least you could have done was waited that 45 minutes, but no, instead the mom, who, by the way, I'm gonna talk to you about her here in a minute, but the mom continued to pester him until he just said, fuck it, I'll take the picture. Now, I see multiple problems with this, right? Number one, like I've said plenty of times, you know, he's not some just animal or whatever for your viewing pleasure or your picture pleasure whenever you feel like it, right? Number two, it's clear like they did not respect him as a person. Like, they didn't respect his wishes whatsoever, you know, because like he very clearly communicated like how he felt, like what he wanted to come out of the situation and everything, and the mom completely ignored it. So at the end of it all, he ended up just buckling, I guess, and he took the picture with him, you know, just to get him off of his goddamn porch and to get him to leave him alone. He just took the picture with him and basically did whatever, right, to get them to leave. And honestly, that was probably the wrong thing to do, in my opinion. Now, for brevity's sake, right, maybe it was the right thing to do, right? Because, you know, you get them off your porch immediately. Hopefully they don't come back. They leave you alone. But of course, you know, if you drag it on, it's another 45 minutes. They just show back up and then you got to deal with them all over again, right? So I get that part. But there's 3 kids in that picture that came to see this YouTuber with their mom, right? So what I've noticed throughout this entire 40-second or so TikTok here is the mom has now essentially taught her 3 children through her actions of taking them there and like badgering this guy till he took a picture with her kids, right? She basically just taught these 3 kids that it's okay to just show up at people's houses, you know? You just show up uninvited, you know? Is someone famous that you like or whatever, some YouTuber that you're a big fan of, right? It's completely okay for you to just show up, right? Because, you know, they're a YouTuber and they should be indebted to you as a fan. You made them what they are. So of course, you know, they should have to take the time out of their day to take a picture with you. Like there's some sort of actor on the streets of Times Square or something pretending to be Spider-Man. So now all 3 of these kids are going to go through life thinking that this is like okay to do. And you just do this whenever you want. You know what I mean? And they already know where you live. So at this point, man, what really stops them from bringing their friends over or, you know, something like that, telling their friend's mom, hey, yo, can we go meet Stromedy again or whatever? And this becomes like a recurring problem where they're just basically harassing him now. So she's taught her children these completely terrible lessons that shouldn't be taught to them, you know, completely enforced just horrible behavior in front of them. And then the thing is, she recorded it all for TikTok, right? Like, and put it out on the internet. So now she's basically told everybody on TikTok that if you want to just show up at Stromedy's house and badger him, he'll end up just dealing with the harassment and taking the picture with you. So now this encourages anyone who's seen this and wants to replicate these results to just show up at YouTubers' houses and shit, man. And don't get me wrong either, you know, this is not the first time something like this has happened, right? You know, there's been people who've showed up at YouTubers' houses all over the place, right? All over the world. It doesn't matter who the YouTuber is. But, like, this isn't something that should be encouraged. And then at the end of the day, like, bro, to walk up to someone's front door, film inside of their house, like filming their dog up on the, like, landing, filming this dude in his private residence walking to his front door, filming yourself badgering him as he's trying to work until he takes a picture. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? And the problem with the whole thing is, you know, I would understand if the kids thought that was okay, right? Because they're like 8 years old or whatever, you know? They don't know any better. But this is a grown-ass woman. This is an adult, you know what I mean? The mom, at least, right? This is someone who should know better. This is somebody who should understand that expectation of privacy and like reasonable boundaries and stuff like that. But it's very clear through her actions in this entire debacle that that's just not the case whatsoever. So with that being said, I shouldn't even have to say this, man, but do not show up at your favorite YouTubers' houses. It doesn't matter if their address is private, public, unknown. It doesn't matter, man. Like, do not show up to anyone's house unannounced. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. It could be your best friend. I don't know. Don't just be showing up unannounced. Like, if the YouTuber, like, I don't know, lives in some big public content creation house with 7 other YouTubers and they've got security at the front door, and I guess they've like made it clear on social media that they're fine with fans coming to the house to take pictures or whatever, that's a little different. But I'm assuming this guy has not like said or done anything like that, and this is like a private residence. But man, like this whole thing with like it showing up at YouTubers' houses and shit, that's gotta stop, man. Like these are normal everyday people, right? Like just because like for me, right? Just because I make YouTube videos on the internet and they get a lot of views and like people like them doesn't mean you should idolize me to that degree. You know what I mean? Like that's just crazy to me, bro. 95% of YouTubers are just like everyday people that made something out of nothing, you know? Like it's just like I'm the same dude I was when I was like 14 before I had any of this YouTube shit. You know what I mean? And 14-year-old me wouldn't have appreciated nobody just showing up at my house and fucking with me either. So why is 20s me gonna be happy with that, you know? So I don't know, man. I just thought it was a really weird situation. Like this is, it's just fucking weird, man. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, telling you, do not show up at YouTubers' houses unannounced, and signing out.